On this episode, I answer the question, does home staging really matter? Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. I'm your host, Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. I really appreciate you guys tuning in here. If you are not familiar with the show, if it's your first time watching this show, I do a weekly show, the Ask Jason Gelios Show. I upload it to YouTube and all my social media outlets, but the main hub for this show is it's all about therealestate.com. I like to answer questions and I share tips too. But I mostly answer questions that I get, whether it's with a client or with a friend. Somebody asks me a question, or somebody emails me or sends it in, or even texts me, hey, what does this mean? What does that mean? So I really appreciate you guys tuning in here. This show is for you. Now, I want to talk about home staging. Some people ask me, does home staging actually work? Does it really matter? And so I want to share with you some actual statistics, because I like to back up my opinion on actual facts. So according to Realtor magazine, okay, about 83% of home buyers, agents, so the agent going out actually showing people the houses, said that home staging, when a house is staged with furniture versus a house that's completely empty, they stated that it actually makes a difference. So 83% of buyer's agents stated that it makes a difference when a home is staged. So what that means is you can typically have more people interested in a home because they can visualize it, right? If it's neutral, if it's done right, okay, if you have a well-experienced home stager come in and actually set up things, it can make a difference. Now, from a sales point of view, right, you could potentially, as a seller, get a higher price for your home. If you have more people interested, you have more people, I don't want to say fighting over it, but you know, multiple offers, multiple bids, things like that. So, with that said, you know, this was about, so the magazine, they did a survey of about 2,000 real estate professionals, and they came up with about 83% that said it does make a difference. I want to share with you some more here too. So now they did another survey here too. It's really interesting. So they stated that many buyers, if not most, according to their survey, many buyers that were surveyed were actually influenced by home and garden shows, right? So HGTV and all these shows, right, that show experts coming in and staging it. There's a huge influence with those shows. Property Brothers, right? All those shows. While a lot of those shows are staged for TV, the fact remains that it still influences buyers. People who are interested in homes or they own a home, they tend to watch those types of real estate shows. And so this survey that Realtor magazine did suggested that, or showed actually, that a lot of buyers were influenced by those shows. And so that matters. And so tie that in with staging a home. Somebody shows up to a home and let's say it's completely empty, right? It's hard to visualize your stuff in there because it doesn't feel like a warm, cozy home. No furniture. It could be a new build, right? And it's still, if it's completely empty, it's just hard for a buyer to visualize. So home staging works. Home staging, that what I've seen is it's not that expensive actually. You know, you can even get a consultant to come in and basically guide you. But my opinion is, if you're selling a home that is not a foreclosure, right? And you are looking to sell it fast and for the most money, one, your price still has to be pretty good. Okay, staging is not gonna get you an exorbitant amount unless you have somebody putting a lot of money down, which is rare. But staging does help. It can make a difference. So it's, you know, at the end of the day, and this part is my opinion, my side note here, is that buying a house is not just a financial investment. It's not just a purchase. It's ultimately somebody looking. Most home buyers are looking to call a house, their home, right? They're looking at, does this house work for me? Will this work for my dogs or my kids, or going to work or wherever? Is the house functional? Can I visualize myself in it? On top of home staging, paint is probably the number one thing. I've shown houses where you walk in and it's just, the paint is horrible, and I'm like, you could have spent a little bit, painted that wall or fixed up those scratches in the drywall. All that stuff makes a big difference. So if you're looking to sell a home, that's what you should do. So with that said, that answers that question about does home staging work. I really appreciate you guys tuning in here. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, wherever you're watching this, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or on my website, it's allabouttherealestate.com. Definitely subscribe. Sign up for my email newsletter. I try to add tips and advice there too. It's a non-spammy kind of email newsletter. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week for my next episode. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Make it a great week.